Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Triggered. I'm your host, Zachary Clark, and you all know my co-host, Adam Furman. Adam, how's it going tonight?
It's going good. Hear some thunder and see some lightning off in the distance.
Thunderbolt and lightning, it's very, very frightening. Me.
Yeah.
This is where you're supposed to chime in. It's like Galileo in a falsetto.
I was thinking the thunder rolls, the lightning strikes.
Another heart grows cold. On a sleepless night.
All the greats.
For those of you who don't know, also, it happens to be that we're coming to you live straight from the Polish 4th of July festival held in the heart of Warsaw.
There we go.
Those Poles are more patriotic than many folk who call me neighbor. But we'll get into that later on in this evening. But I've always found it interesting. It's sort of like Cinco de Mayo in old America here, where people in Mexico are just like, I don't know, maybe they'll have like a parade. It's parade day. But up here, it's Mexican Independence Day, basically. And we're like, woo! Drinking margaritas, wearing sombreros, getting out all the ethnic stereotypes.
Yep. Most importantly, buying beer. Buying Mexican beer.
Oh, yes. Oh, the shelves are clear of Corona and Modelo Especial.
That's the number one goal, is to move that product.
We're trying to sell beer here. Guys. The pushback against cultural appropriation has cut into our Modelo sales 10% this year.
Yeah, it's like Americans have July 4th, Irish have March 15th. And so the Ides of March. St. Patrick's Day, aka
The anti-imperialist Romans.
Yeah, it's all the same, right?
I don't know. There was that. Anyway, I don't know. Weird thing I don't understand, Adam, is
The Germans have Oktoberfest, which is, I believe, it's celebrated in September. It's celebrated in October.
Why would you have Oktoberfest and not October?
I don't know. Do I look German to you?
Yes, and you have that name.
My nose.
No, there's a weird thing about like when
The name.
Mussolini was in charge of Italia, and he's like, we are the heirs of Rome. But I'm pretty sure that the barbarians came in and displaced all of the actual Romans. There's like Goths and Visigoths there. The Romans got all killed.
I don't know about that.
Ran
I don't know
off.
about that.
Dilute their bloodline with that of an impure Germanic tribe.
I didn't think that was the case. I thought that they, yes, they sacked it, but I thought that they like migrated back. It's not like don't get started on Great Britain.
No, yeah, the Visigoths are like, yes, we are Rome now.
I am Roman. It's like, no,
You're
you're
Romans.
I'll kill him.
You guys are foreigners. Like, get that guy. See, all the real Romans got executed by the barbarians, who were cosplaying Romans after the conquest.
I don't think that's the full story of mine. I mean, sure.
Anglos were the real Romans then.
Yeah, the Welsh.
So
No.
it's the Roman
Yeah, the
Anglo hypothesis, and as the descendants of the tribes, I can't even say that as a Celt descendant.
No, it'd be the Welsh because they were pushed by the Anglos.
Oh yeah, that could very well be. Yes, the Welsh are the true heirs of Rome. We've gotten down to the bottom of it.
But Zach, you're forgetting obviously about the Greeks.
The Greeks?
Yes,
No, you see, the Romans were
Byzantine.
like, we're the Greeks now.
And the Greeks are still there, and they lasted longer than the Romans did.
Well, I don't know because I think that that's fake too because Alexander was a Greek or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the Byzantine.
Macedon,
They're just fighting.
pterodactyl, triceratops.
Mastodon.
Yeah, the Macedonian.
Yeah, the lands that made up of Rome.
Yeah, the Macedonians pretended to be Greek because Alexander conquered Greece. Oh, don't get me started on the Dragon Tribe.
That sounds cool. That's where you found the lost centurions out in Asia, right?
I don't know. I think that those might be the Atlanteans because as the dragons were rises from the sea, so did Atlantis in the final days.
Keep it coming, bartender. I'll tell you all the...
We're gonna need a little bit more juice tonight, friends. All right, let's see what's going on in the old agenda. We got up here first. It says, what's it say? If the print is so small, let me read it real quick. Something for the Scanner Radio.
We're almost done with season 2, and we still haven't made a soundboard.
Well, as basically it's become, it's just me.
You are the soundboard.
Idiot. Whoa, women ruin everything.
Whoa!
What was that? What was that button? We haven't hit that button before.
I don't know what that was from.
Anyway, near 4th and Broadway, an older male with gray hair was standing on the median flipping people off.
It was you!
When QPD arrived, he was already gone. Like a shadow.
He's a vigilante.
Yeah! And as soon as I read this, I did immediately relate to this gentleman, and it's like looking into the future.
Yeah, yeah. Future where he owns a Komatsu bulldozer.
Also, what the heck? Why are you calling the QPD on some guy? First of all, that's the First Amendment right. That's protected. I should be able to stand wherever I want and flip people off.
Yeah, I think they were concerned about him getting hit.
Those cops can get bent.
Be like, sir, you could do this, but you need to move off to the sidewalk.
No. I have to get both sides of the flow of traffic. Coming and going. They all deserve it. All of them. They're gonna get what's coming to them. From the inbox around 5:35 days ago. Somebody's ripping donuts in a Chevy Avalanche in the old Kmart. Ripping donuts. Lol.
Ripping donuts and it smells like rubber.
I lolled too when I read that. I thought about someone ripping donuts in the old Kmart parking lot.
Sounds gross.
Maybe they were celebrating that the Kmart has been purchased by Target Inc., who just posted quarterly losses.
Actually, and they had their worst days since 1987.
Oh, they're going down. Downer. I don't understand. Big box retail store buys big box retail store location that had just gone out of business for lack of demand to open store as they experienced their worst quarter in 40 years.
Oh, I don't know if they had that. Did they have their worst quarter in 40 years?
Oh, that's what you were saying.
They had the worst day in the stock market. The biggest loss in the stock market. Yeah,
I thought you meant
worst quarter in 40
Target.
years. I don't think that was. I don't think they're anywhere close to that.
No, I
It
mean
wasn't really that bad. It's just that uh, even if you had good earnings, you might have a good couple hours, and then the market just takes you back behind the shed and shoots you.
it's time to take back the gains we've made over the last 4 years.
Pretty much.
The Trump gains. People are trying to cash in before they're left holding the bag, but it's probably already too late. It'll be when Ronald Reagan 2 comes to office in 2025 that the stagflation economy of 2020s is reversed.
What a nightmare. Not even just the economy either.
Everything is
Everything.
trash, and there's almost war with Russia. It really is like 1970. But people seem like eager for nuclear war. Maybe it was like that back then too. Hey, if you were alive in 1970 and you're in the chat, I see no one in there.
They all left after your soundboard.
Whoa, 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 women! That was the button next to the last one I had. See, because sometimes it's like women, and sometimes it's like woo, 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 woo. Women ruin everything.
You love that button, huh?
That's a good one. Inbox. Guy riding down Main Street on a bicycle. Oh, that's normal. There's a lot of bicycle traffic in town. I think it's green or whatever. In a construction vest. Well, that's good too. High visibility is important, Adam, because you don't want to be safe while you're riding your bike. I don't suppose I need to continue reading, but I will. I'm sure it's all very normal. With a pink bra and female underwear on. Passed on 12th and Main, heading east. Woo!
Got heat stroke.
Yeah, he's probably just hot. He needed a cool outfit.
I didn't think that. I was just saying he's gone to his mind.
Gone into his mind and discovered who he really is. Whoa, 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 women! What? What? You got something to say? You got something to say?
I'll tell you later. It's about a meme I saw once about the Nuremberg trials.
The Nuremberg? Oh, yeah. Okay. Me and the boys, when they start reading our memes back at the trials. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, Adam, did you hear?
I heard a lot of things.
Apple has announced a new self-driving car!
Oh, no, not this again.
That's right, folks! You're going to be able to ride in this thing! Whoa, yeah! Let's read all about it! Apple's self-driving car would feature VR technology. Ooh, that's cool and futuristic. And no windows? No windows, Adam. What kind?
Yeah, why would you need to see sunlight?
Why would you ever want to look outside? we could show you outside, and a much better outside than you can even see if you looked outside.
Not in San Francisco.
Maybe that's
That's
the
all the
point.
homeless camps.
Maybe that's the point. This is the car that's elite San Franciscans are going to ride to work and back, and they won't even see the rioters throwing bricks at their car before the doors are ripped off and they're drug out.
Yeah, unless it's like bulletproof like that Alex Jones car.
Yeah, you never know. Do not be alarmed, passenger. An alert has been sent to the San Francisco Police Department. Help should be arriving in the next 25 minutes, according to dispatch.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, it's not. Be real. It'd be more like help will not be dispatched in the name of
Social justice.
social justice.
Passenger, I regret to inform you that the response time has been revised and it is now going to be 45 minutes until the police have arrived on scene. Passenger, it is my regrets to inform you that the locks have been breached. Get him!
Oh,
Ugh,
yeah.
I need to write that.
Seems like a nightmare.
I need to write that micro fiction about this guy driving down the street in his Apple car.
In his orange car.
Orange. I was just gonna straight rip. It's this.
Yeah.
This is the picture I'm going to use. I'm going to directly
Yes.
reference this company.
Yeah, looks like a computer mouse.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. They're like, that looks just like the Apple mouse or something.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe. If this-
I didn't look too much into it. I just,
I
heard
had,
you complaining about it for a couple days.
I had scrolled down, and it looks like a. People are like, I can't wait to see how you fill the battery on the Apple car, because apparently the excellent designers over at Apple decided their mouse needed the charging port located at the bottom, so that you had to turn over your mouse and plug it in so it was unusable while charging.
Ugh.
No. I'm sure that this Apple car will be excellent and without design flaw, completely sleek and perfect. Nothing to see here, folks. Oh no. But yeah, no, it's gonna be sweet. Post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk-esque guy riding in his pod car as the nightmare unfolds. I have a whole
completely oblivious to.
I have a whole series of these nightmares that keep on being, beamed into my brain when I see stuff like this. It's a warning my brain is telling me about what life's going to be like in 10 years.
Yeah, it's like the uncanny valley type deal.
Yeah, what was that? There was I think it was a South Korean, might have been Japanese, I can't remember. But it was a completely CGI'd AI model actor for commercials. Like, this girl on this commercial that's using your product is 100% not real. And everybody's like, oh, it's so realistic looking. But I watched it and it gave me the creeps. Like that uncanny valley feeling you get when you see something that's not quite human, that's been genetically programmed into us.
Yeah,
Because,
hold on.
because
Was that from that video game though?
No, that was real life. It was something that they were advertising, that you can use this petite East Asian girl to advertise your soap or whatever. And I don't know, man. I looked at it and it's like there's something that's not natural and you can pick up on it. Like it doesn't move quite like a human. It needs to wear sunglasses and it needs to wear baggy clothes so you can't quite tell that it's about to rip your face off and assume your personality or whatever.
Ooh.
It's the Skinwalkers, bro. I don't know why it is.
I was thinking of those. Yeah.
It's never been
What's the
explained.
movie?
Body
But they have
Snatchers?
the little pods.
Body Snatchers?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a weird thing. Don't you may not want to look into it if you don't want to be horrified, audience. But human beings have developed a innate sense of something that is not quite human. A sixth sense that other mammals don't seem to have. Dogs, they can't really tell if something is just like a pseudo dog, but human beings are particularly attuned to it, as if we've been trained in our deep past to be aware of slightly not human looking things that are a threat to us. We've been trained to fear them and to be uneasy around them. I wonder what mean, Adam? What mean?
Demons, obviously.
Agree. Unclear. I'm okay with demons without further explanation. But this is just one more indication that the deep are past beyond the historic record as articulated to us. It has the mysteries. It has the secrets that were waiting to be uncovered.
Hey, you said you couldn't do a German accent.
I just winged that. It's probably the best German accent I've ever done.
And it's all from just only 3 sips of bourbon, right?
Yeah, it's only 3 sips. Have you guys heard about the tragedy of that mass shooting that took place? Not the one by the black guy in the subway. Not the one from that other black guy. Or the third one. Or that other thing. No. This was the other mass shooting at a Buffalo grocery store. Buffalo, New York. Specifically targeting black Americans. Tragically. And this is just a sign of all the extreme right-wing white supremacist violence that is taking place in this country today. And I'd like to take a moment to say, I condemn it. I condemn white supremacist violence. But I will never stop watching the NBA.
God. That was a hard left turn.
Deadspin put out this unhinged article following the Buffalo shooting in reference to the NBA playoffs that were going on contemporaneously with this. White fans entertained by black athletes a day after a racist killed black people in Buffalo. This, Adam, is what white supremacy looks like. And in the article, the guy even takes pains to try to rationalize his own premise by only focusing on the Phoenix and Boston fan bases, and then only able to say that slight majorities of those are actually white fans, while trying to articulate some sort of point about how watching basketball and about how black athletes, even though a larger and larger portion of the professional basketball league is actually being infiltrated by Eastern Europeans, is being made in some sort of racist, oppressive, minstrel show-esque situation to entertain white folk despite all of the racial trauma that they've experienced. I would recommend not reading this article.
Weird point to make.
It was very strange, and it's clear that this guy was just trying to clout chase and cash in on a tragic murder situation. Distasteful. Distasteful.
There we go.
The Big D.
Oh no! Oh, he gets the big D with this
I'm gonna
article.
give that guy the Big D. Distasteful. That's what that means, right? When the kids say that.
Absolutely. I thought it meant Dallas.
Giving them the Dallas, Texas. Big state of Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. The big D.
Okay. Yes, good. I didn't know we had this many buttons to push.
I can program them on the fly. You want a new one?
Sure. Let's go. After this next segment.
White supremacy defeated. WD. So, ongoing Twitter drama. As you folks may have heard, I believe we were discussing it, that Elon has proposed to purchase Twitter.com. People were upset. Part of the deal relates to disclosures made by Twitter about their platform and its, efficacy. And among these things is the number of automated and, I guess, what do I say? It's like a person that's real, but they're basically just paid to tweet and pile on, and it might be people with like multiple accounts or whatever. And this is a way to say that not real people. And then shorter way to say is bots, even though I don't particularly like bots because I think it incorporates actual more than that. But manipulation of the system in order to curry more algorithmic favor to drive engagement on preferred stuff.
Yeah, well, and also if you show that you have a higher user base, and if they have, if I don't know if they have like active, I don't know how they characterize it, but if you've got more users on there, then you could solicit advertisers and say, hey, come show your Oreo cookie ad, or your M&M's ad, or your Bet MGM ad, or whatever to these guys. We've got even more users now, more people to see your product or service.
Right.
And you're like, as an advertiser, like, okay, cool. Even more eyes can see my stuff.
And that was the exact point that Elon Musk himself was making. This current CEO, Parag of Twitter.com, got on and he was trying to explain a 5% bot amount disclosure that they had made to the SEC, and about how, well, it's just our best estimate based on reasons. And he was trying to make the rationale behind the bot level disclosure known in order to cut off some of the critiques, while at the same time it revealed that it was a pretty weak way of estimating the number of bots. Elon comes out and he says, so, how do advertisers know what they're getting for their money? This is fundamental to the financial health of Twitter. And he's attacking the bot estimate made by Twitter.com. But, as you were saying, there's all these reasons why you try to use user base to sell advertisements. And I'm sure that's probably how it's done. But I just think to myself, as soon as I heard that, it's like, well, okay, that's one thing, but they can also track engagement. Like, real engagement, click-throughs on ads, actual follow-through to purchase, and these sorts of things. Increase in product sales related to advertisements and these stuff. And the level of bots wouldn't impact those numbers only as a ratio of actual users to whatever end game engagement
Right.
you're trying to get. If you're trying to advertise a show, did your advertisement boost views? And then how much did that boost views? And these sorts of questions, which I think would be rational to ask if you were an advertiser. Uh, but as we know from experience, most people are idiots. And so they're just probably like, yeah, your advertisement could reach all these users we have on our platform. And he's like, huh?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
as you know,
motherfucker.
maybe we could pull it maybe next week we could have a good segment on like there's an account, right, about like I can't believe that this is a promoted tweet or whatever.
Yes.
So like even the advertisers, anyone could advertise on it, and some of them are way out there.
I
Um,
think actual advertisers different than promoted tweets, but yes, you can actually pay like I don't even know how much it is. It's not
I
very
don't
much
think
money.
so. I think they're the same, unless there's a behind the scenes
No,
type deal.
mate, no. I've never seen any of those crazy ones that are on that account.
Oh, I've seen some weird like I'm like, why am I following this person? I'm like, oh, I'm not. It's a promoted tweet.
Yeah, usually it's just like the NBA or whatever, and they're promoted in their own advertisements. I'm guessing
They're
it's
even putting
different.
them in replies now. Annoying.
That's where you just hire guys to be reply guys, or hire bot farms to have their bots reply guy with whatever you're trying
Yeah,
to
or if you
sell.
have a viral tweet, then you reach out to the person in a viral tweet and
It,
then have them reply to that viral tweet with a product or service,
oh yes, yes, and then
pay them for it.
you have the bots that chase the viral tweets and then promote dodgy crypto coin to try to pump and dump it and these things.
Hey, they did that to your thing, right? You
Yes,
mentioned.
yes. And it wasn't even viral. I had
No.
zero. It was just like at that point in that time, those bots were programmed just to latch onto anything at all that mentioned the stock market.
Yeah, but it's
It was
interesting too
bizarre.
with the disclosure of bots and whatnot because at least from the brainstorming stuff that I've seen is that Elon wanted to turn or wants to slash wanted to turn Twitter into a subscription to have a subscription service tied to it. And he said that his plan was to get everyone paying $3 a month. And I think that would have, I think his whole shtick was you could do that and then you wouldn't get the ads. So then you would be subscribers to it. You actually, he wanted to create content for its users that they'd want to pay for. And so using those, not only just the advertising aspect that we talked about, but even looking at the how amount of users you have as potential customers, then that would be. I mean, that would, also you can't be. I don't know. You'd want to disclose your stuff to the SEC as accurately as possible. And
They
if
had
you know that,
they had a legally plausible argument for the disclosure that they made.
yeah, yeah, and because the SEC hates Elon, they'll let it fly.
Oh,
Um,
until after he gets in, and then there's nothing preventing them from going after Twitter for penalties for disclosures it had made after he's
well,
actually
even
bought it.
then, there's you can as I mean now you run the possibility of having other states pursuing Twitter on behalf of shareholders, or you have other shareholders pursuing
Oh yes,
Twitter.
class derivative action.
Yes,
Ooh, I like
yep.
it.
That
I
they're
like it.
the Twitter, either the board of directors or the board of directors lied to the SEC. I don't know. I don't think that I don't think this plan was fully thought out. So, oh
Well, it turns out that the 5% estimate was slightly off, Adam.
yeah, it's probably like 6%, 5.5.
It's a little north of 5.5. Let's look. 20%.
Oh,
Seems high. 20% of users being fake or spam accounts. And then Elon responds, 20% fake spam accounts, while 4 times that Twitter claims. Could be much higher. Higher than 20% of all Twitter users. My offer is based on Twitter's SEC filings being accurate. Yesterday, Twitter CEO publicly refused to show proof of less than 5%. This deal cannot move forward until he does. Da, 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 da. And I couldn't tell if this was just an Elon getting out of the deal, because I mean, I didn't read the terms of it, but I didn't think that there was a I can negotiate a lower price based on thing
Right.
built into it. Usually, you'll have your thing and then you'll have your outs. And so, based on certain representations and warranties made by different parties, and to the extent that they aren't true, then I'm not obligated to consummate this agreement.
Right. Well, I mean,
And then you usually negotiate and you can work it out, and then it could be a situation where if both sides agree, you can just pay less money or whatever.
right, exactly.
But my understanding, based on the things I've seen from Twitter.com, is that they really aren't that interested in doing this deal at all, but we're trying to prevent a hostile takeover through a tender offer.
Yeah, I don't know. There's also the aspect of you you want to acquire this, and then you have a plan in place because you've done the math or whatever, and you realize that everything's fake and that Twitter.com is lying about everything, and then you put this offer, you have your outs.
Oh, and it was
about
built
how everything's a sham.
a house of cards
then,
situation, yeah.
And then you could pull out. You have your outs, and then you could always come back with another offer. And also, if he has a huge stake in it, he still has the largest stake in it. He can also sue a shareholder derivative suit.
Oh, it's like 5D chess right now. Oh my gosh, all the evidence.
And he's smart enough to where I would be like, yeah, maybe he did play him.
I don't know. Elon's smartness seems to be ethereal in some situations. But I don't know. I'm sure it'll work out. But
and he said that you've seen them where people are like, something happens and then people will take screenshots of like, 10, 25 people accounts that all say like the same exact thing.
yes.
And it's not like I agree with this, or like they're it's not like oh yeah, go ahead and ban Trump from this or whatever. It's like the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, and it's like just spammed beneath each of the topics that they're trying to like present that message, that usually a counter argument to something that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And you played with what was that? Wreck-It, or what's the Reflect?
Replica?
Replica. The bot, and you can break it. You can trick it into getting into other to weird responses and stuff too.
Yeah, I don't know, because this was, it isn't even as sophisticated as Replica. Replica is, if it's advertised as the most sophisticated chatbot, is trash. But you don't have to do that. You just have to program a bot accounts to automatically search Twitter for a particular set of keywords and then have it reply to them with whatever canned phrase that they say.
Yeah, exactly. If blank, then if X, then Y.
Hell, I could program that. And I don't know nothing about no programming. But it wasn't just. It's not just bot accounts on Twitter just participating in conversations. It's actual follower counts. People's follower counts are inflated by these bots, Adam. These bots that roam Twitter and consume all of the ad views / follower boosting and whatever. Because I think I have heard you could do that. You could like pay money to a guy, and then like the bot swarm will all follow you to boost your follower count or whatever.
Oh yeah, they've got those. They've had that around for years.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
And then
recently joined Truth Social.
oh have you?
And I don't know what it is, but immediately upon joining, there was like 16 accounts that started following me before I had even done anything.
Yeah, they're all feds.
Yeah, it's feds or it's Autobots
Autobots.
that whenever you log in, they automatically just start following whoever joins
Oh, like
Truth.
Tom.
Optimus?
No, from MySpace.
Tom. Yeah, sort of maybe, except for they are facially independent accounts, not just the founder of the site. So like Donald Trump, although he is on the list of guys that, because when you're logging in, it says who do you want to follow, and it had Donald Trump and the Babylon Bee and some other guys. And so I just clicked Donald Trump and the Babylon Bee, because I mean Donald Trump's really the only reason why anybody would want to be on Truth Social. There was a Twitter account that was just retweeting all of his Truth Social posts, but that account got banned. And I don't know.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I thought it was sad. Like,
Yeah, what? Come on.
first off, it's like an excellent workaround to him not being on Twitter, because you're like, it's the same as he never really interacted with anybody. He just
Oh,
posted.
yeah, whatever he was thinking at 2 a.m.
Yeah, on the toilet or whatever. But
And
but
then even the things that squeak by are like his official statements or whatever those stupid things are, you know?
I don't. I mean, I can't parse moderation on the internet, particularly on a site as big as Twitter, uh, with loosey goosey protocols around what qualifies as bannable content or whatever.
No.
I think that it's a purposefully ambiguous concept so that they can have internal activists enact reprisals against people that they don't like.
Absolutely.
Uh, but the current president himself seemed to run into a little pickle. Turns out old Joe Biden audit of his account finds that an entire half, 50% of his followers to be fake bots. New York Post, who had their account deleted by Twitter and then reinstated following the infamous Hunter Biden laptop hoax slash it was real the whole time, you idiots, slash social media repressed a legitimate news story in the heat of an election and may have changed the
To
outcome.
favor, yeah.
Anyway. So, Biden, the most popular president in U.S. history, with an approval rating of 28% or whatever. Half of his followers are fake. And then Phillips responds, same probably goes for the 81 million votes. Yes.
Probably.
2,000 mules. Those completely unbiased group of conservatives, Trump supporters who put together a documentary showing how there was complete evidence showing the election was a sham. 2,000 mules. Objective documentary proving once and for all that it was a stolen election. Stolen.
Hey, you don't have to convince me. I saw that Time magazine article. I
The
mean,
cabal?
yeah. So did you watch 2000 Mules?
I have not. Have
Oh,
you
okay.
watched 2,000 Mules?
I have not yet.
No.
No.
I probably will. At some point. Just for the memes. Because I'm sure it's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. It's got Dinesh D'Souza and Dennis Prager and Larry Elder in it, and they're like sitting in a room having a serious conversation, and it's like, well, I'm not convinced, but if the evidence was shown to me, and they're like, well, look at this, and they're like, well, that's really hard to deny, don't you think? uh,
His
yeah.
video's gonna be flagged.
I hope so. I hope so. Gosh dang it. No
Ever
feds,
since I saw my pumpkins.
no feds have approached me to be a CI yet.
Oh.
It's really upsetting. I feel like I'm being ignored. Ah, these feds.
I don't know, you got 16 Autobots following you.
Just on Truth Social, and I just signed up for that
Yeah.
today. I have to start tweeting some more spicy content over there.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. That's
Start Googling things like how to make bombs,
yeah.
home addresses of Democratic congressmen. Police costumes.
Oh no.
It's not that
And
hard,
then-
guys.
And then
It's not that
and
hard.
then, Zach, women riding motorcycles.
Buy horses and bikes.
Yeah. And then it'll be like, you know.
Oh, that reminds me. I really need.
It'll be like, Susie wants to chat. And you're like, hey.
I really needed. I really needed to read this to you guys because it really reflected my own troubled psyche today. You've been drinking all day. Yeah. Want to talk about it? Nah. You sure? She left me. What happened? Started a month ago. It was our anniversary and... Did you forget or something? No, I bought bikes. I thought we could ride together. Could be our thing, you know. She not like the bike? Did she think you were calling her fat? No, it's the opposite. I need another drink. Of course, Chug's White Claw.
Yeah.
She said she
He's
does.
always he's always complaining about alcoholic seltzer water.
She said she doesn't need me anymore. The bike satisfies her in ways I'll never understand. I thought that was only horses. No, man, it's everything. Washing machines, bikes, car rides. Their whole body's one huge erogenous zone. How do I compete with an erotic bike ride through the park? You don't. I don't. I think I'll have a White Claw too. In other news, I was also going to pull up that actual horse thread, but like 75% of those tweets got deleted as violating terms of service.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw someone responding to this, doing the whole responding to the second tweet in the thread because the first one violated terms.
Yeah, I thought that was
It's
like
poorly written.
I don't see how it violated terms.
No, I don't think it violated. It was dumb.
Yes, but I don't think it
It was
violated
dumb.
terms.
And
That's exactly what you were talking about. The mods are just like, I don't like this. And they couldn't even delete the whole thread or suspend the account. They just had to delete like 5 of the tweets in the thread just so that it was incoherent.
It was. Yeah, it is incoherent. Probably you're like, hey, baby, what are they trying to hide? It's
Nothing. Everything.
Yeah, it's very dumb. It's very dumb, and I advise everyone to read it, and then also to immediately dismiss it, and think of yourself as smarter than the person who posted that.
Nah, it's real, bro. It's real. Don't let your girl ride horses.
That's
They're so powerful. And sexual.
It's so weird. Like, why would you'd be like, one of two things, right? He made it up, just made it up. You're like, okay, man, I guess it's weird, but okay. And the second one is he's like really believes it. He's sitting there, he's like, oh, these bikes and these horses.
I think that I wouldn't be surprised either way, but it strains credibility to say that someone actually believes that stuff and lives in the world. I think it was just a put on.
Yeah, it's these idiots, and then they'll be like, buy my service or whatever.
Yes,
Buy my
yes,
book
yes.
on how to.
The manosphere.
Yeah.
How you're getting cocked by social media.
Bikes.
Bison. We need to talk about this, I guess, before we go, because this is where we're coming to you live from. This Rip Rockin' Party in Poland itself. Whoa, 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 whoa. America. America. America.
He even has the same bandana as you.
Yes. Look, finding out a town in Poland holds an American 4th of July event where everyone pretends to be Americans. And they
Okay, so hold on, pause. Freudian slip. You just said Portland.
Portland.
That's when I read it. I read it.
You
at
thought
first.
it was
I thought he was
Portland?
like riffing on.
Oh.
I was riffing on Portland.
So we got guys, ladies in jean jackets that were in red caps, like MAGA caps. This guy's got like a Letterman jacket. They're knocking back beers. Got got red, white, and blue hanging everywhere. The flag up. The best is yet to come. Don't worry about it. We have apple pie. Oh look, this guy's got like a biker jacket on. No man. This looks like a really good party, actually. I hope they have fireworks. What else do they have here at this party? Oh, gun shooting? Oh, yes, more American.
Party.
Drinking and gun shooting? I might have even done some of that this last weekend, so what am I to say? That is American. Hey, look at this! They even have fun text.
Oh, jeez.
And is that a Confederate flag and a Gadsden flag hanging in the back?
Oh, it is.
And they just have beer cans thrown in the grass. They're littering even. Oh, say, can you see?
All right, the littering is not our proudest moment, but
okay. There should be a Native
it's
American
one step too far.
Down its eye. Good old American traditions. Barbecue, apple pie, beer, shooting guns with friends, and being beaten up by the police. What's that? Being beaten up by the police while someone films. That's right, folks. As part of their 4th of July celebration, they have people dressed up as police. And they reenact police violence against members of the public. I don't know if I'm going to get this to load. My computer hates streaming days. Police talking to concerned bystanders. Police standing over police beating victims with fake blood on their shirts. This is my favorite thing. I definitely need to go to this festival before I die.
Oh, and then there's a hand grenade.
Oh, that was... You were talking about these advertisements?
Oh, no.
Ladies, get the best vibrator at TotallyNotAGrenade.com. Huge eggplant sale. Money with wings right. Checkmark now. Not a grenade. We had a couple other things. George W. Bush was giving a speech where he was condemning intending to condemn Vladimir Putin's unjustified and brutal invasion of Ukraine, but he had a slip of the old tongue there, and he said, the decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq, Ukraine. Oh, yeah. The man, from everything I've seen, he's just like deeply haunted by his entire term of office and all of the things that he did. He has to paint for therapy, and he like visits veterans continually. He is a literal broken man. Gets a rough rap. Just a completely tragic story. Oh, insider trading stuff. That's all good. I'll have to tell you guys this. I found a account called Rare Insults, and this one it was the best. Rare Insults, it just posts these like really obscure, like I've never heard that before, but it's hilarious. And it's responding to this guy's selfie he posted. He's like, you know how dogs have human eyes? Well, you have human eyes too, but like the ones dogs have. and then down here it has dogs with his eyes photoshopped into them.
That is a weird insult to give someone.
And finally, I guess we'll wrap up the show on that note with our ice cold fact of the week, coming to you straight from Ice-T himself. Ice cold fact. You know what bothers your haters the most? You being happy. It effing kills them. Have a great day. Ice cold fact. Ooh yeah, live your best life. Them haters, they'll be hating on themselves. It's a self-hatred. Haters, haters. Ice cold. Alright folks, that's our show today. We really hoped you liked it. And if you did, smash like, subscribe, share it with all your friends. You can follow us on social media. We always have excellent content all over all the social media except for the Twitter, actual triggered Twitter account, because the only thing I ever post there is notices that the show's about to go live. But that's it. That's the show. And Adam, here at the end of the show, do you have anything that you'd like to add to discuss with us this evening?
No, I don't. It's
excellent. Episode 23 of season 2, and Adam has had 0 Adams moments. Really specific part of the show reserved for him. Alright, folks, that's it. But we will see you next time on Trigger.